just listen to this video and listen carefully, and I will be back.
This is the greatest crime against humanity in recorded history, just numerically, because billions of people have been injected with this. So I will end by telling you why I believe it's a bioweapon and that it was deployed, in effect, to reduce Western populations and influence. Number one piece of evidence is research I did that found that in 2021, there's an SEC filing, the Securities and Exchange Commission in my country, which is BioNTech, which is the subsidiary of Pfizer that produced this mRNA injection. And it is a memorandum of understanding, meaning an agreement, a legal agreement, that shows a partnership between BioNTech, which we're told is a German company, but it's not a German company, it's a German-Chinese company, because the partnership is with the Chinese Communist Party.
Okay, so as you can hear by what that lady is saying, or said, sorry, is that it was created to reduce population. I did a video on this a year and a half ago, and TikTok removed it. They removed it. That's how powerful the video was. They removed it. So I'm doing another video on this. You have to understand, and the validity of this video is not for the faint-hearted. Originally, the COVID-19 vaccine was created to take out black people. That was the main target of the COVID-19 vaccine.
They deserve to get this vaccine first. And from there, you want to do tiering in various countries to make sure your most vulnerable populations get it. In our country, that would be Blacks and Native Americans, people with underlying health conditions, and the elderly. And so we need to look at, as a globe, and we're involved with many European leaders and African leaders and others in Southeast Asia, to make sure there's a purchasing fund that can pull that vaccine through when it's available and get it out in wide-scale distribution.
It was to take out black people. This is why you had Bill Gates and Melinda Gates pushing hard for black people to take that vaccine. And you had Muppets like Lenny Henry.
Best that. We just think it would be a tragedy if a disproportionate amount of black people were to die of COVID due to a lack of take-up of the vaccine. This is our way out. This is the way out of the pandemic. We should all be doing it. Just get it done.
But there is this social media aspect, that some of the nonsense that's on social media, that it can alter your DNA, that, you know, Bill Gates has got something to do with it, that's inserting a microchip or something. I mean, but there's this, which is palpable nonsense. But people equally have genuine concerns about it. So how do you address those?
We know you have legitimate concerns and worries. We know that change needs to happen in terms of the relationship between systemic racism and this feeling of being hard done by authorities and institutions. But we're asking people to trust the facts from the experts. We know, don't we, that the vaccine's been tested and is safe for all ethnicities. Millions of people have taken this jab. And we say that, look, if you've got worries, don't go online or talk to your mate down the pub. Go to a trusted health professional or visit the NHS website to find out more.
Promoting black people to take the vaccine, and they got all other black celebrities on it to take the vaccine. White people were not supposed to take that vaccine. The only reason why white people ended up taking that vaccine is because the majority of white people didn't understand why they were not offered the vaccine, and they kicked up a fuss saying, why are we not allowed to take the vaccine, but you're offering the vaccine to all the black people? But Bill Gates couldn't exactly come out with it and say, well, look, we don't want you to take the vaccine. We want just the black people to take the vaccine. He said it in his own way, because he was saying that the vaccine are for people that were doing jobs like driving the buses and security and hospital security and hospital staff and all these other work careers that were prominent during the lockdowns. But he couldn't exactly come out and say, look, white people, I don't want you to take this vaccine. I just want black people to take it because this is their demise. This is created for their demise. He couldn't. So the protest of we want the vaccine as well, we want to be safe, this is where they messed up, because they did that keep safe campaign. So with pushing for only black people to take the vaccine, and also pushing the keep safe campaign, it made white people think, well, we want to be safe, we want to survive. And that's why they had to allow for white people to take the vaccines. And that's why white people took the vaccines. And if you noticed, remember, because a lot of black people were not taking the vaccines, and a lot of Asian people were not taking the vaccines. They refused. Do you remember? Black people and Asian people were refusing to take the vaccines because they know about the vaccine the past vaccines and what they did. I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but there was a vaccine that went, I don't know, I can't remember what year, what decade it was, and it was given to black people, and it gave black people an STD. I think it gave them syphilis. It gave all the black men ended up with syphilis in, I can't remember what country it was, but do your research, you'll hear about it, you'll see about it. And black people always remembered that. So black people have never trusted vaccines. Vaccines are not safe. And that is why a lot of black people will put off. From the time you get someone who runs a computer company, and that person who runs a computer company has all of a sudden gone into the medical field with no medical experience, and he's telling black people to take a vaccine, black people are like, no, we're not taking this vaccine. This is why they had to get a lot of black celebrities on the side to push, and a lot of black people did fall for it and did take the vaccine. But like I said, the vaccine was not meant for any other race. It was meant for black people. This is why they pushed it on black people. They wanted black people to take it. Another thing that went against their agenda is COVID-19 was not prominent in a lot of black countries. The COVID rates in West Indian countries, West Indian islands and other black countries were far lower than anywhere else. So they couldn't push that anymore. They couldn't push it. It's only black people that are getting affected. You must remember all of this. They were saying black people are most prominent of getting affected. They were pushing it. But that fell through as well, because black countries were, the rates of COVID were low. So vaccine, everyone else wanted the vaccine. They were like, we want to be safe. And that's why a lot of Westerners took the vaccine. If you were to go back to 2020, when you see a lot of people queuing up, you'd hardly see any black people or Asian people queuing up. It was mainly white people queuing up. And there was obviously those campaigns to get black people to take the vaccine fell through because of the past. So now a lot of people are dying from that vaccine. A lot of people, millions of people have died from that vaccine. Millions, not thousands, not hundreds of thousands, millions. They just don't announce it. It's only now you're going to start seeing videos of high officials and high doctors, powerful doctors, coming out and saying this is happening, this amount of deaths are happening, this is mass murder, and the elites need to be accountable for it, because people are dying, people are still dying. If someone has taken the vaccine, it's likely you have some kind of infection. They're saying that people that took the vaccine either died from heart attack, they've either got this, because they're saying it causes cancer, it causes HIV, it causes blood clots. So people are dying slowly from that vaccine. A vaccine that was really created to take out the black population. It's like HIV, a man-made disease created in the 80s, 70s, 80s, to take out as many African people as they could.
And then you can pop in.
Yeah.
You mentioned actively spreading AIDS.
There was a unit in from SIMA that one of the things was that we went into African countries.
And how was that done exactly?
Through inoculation.
Through vaccines?
Yeah, through vaccines. Pretending to inoculate people and that type of thing.
The idea being to kill black people?
Yeah, to eradicate black people. You must understand the concept was that AIDS was a killer. It was incurable at that point in time. So it was led to believe that if you infected people, it was the quick, non-militaristic approach to eliminate black people.
And that is something you know for a fact, that AIDS was actively being
Yes.
spread to
Yes.
other countries?
Yes, to African
They
countries.
could, but it backfired because it was doing nothing. It wasn't working. And then obviously they used the same virus on gay people, on gay men. So that's why you was hearing about a lot of gay men in the 80s were catching HIV, because they were probably being injected with that from doctors in the 80s. This is how evil the world is. This is how corrupt the world is. And I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but this is the reality of vaccines. It's like they're still trying to push vaccines into children, into our children. They want our children to take a certain amount of vaccines before 2030, and the reason why they're pushing for children to take it is because they want the population smaller, and the children, they don't want the children they want the children infertile. That's what they want. That's the whole point of pushing these vaccines on children, so they can be infertile. Like I did another video about childbirth. There's not many childbirths in the Western world because of the vaccine. That vaccine. There's not many childbirths in the Western world. And the proof of the pudding is in the pudding. schools that are 3 formentary, 4 formentary are now struggling to find students to fill up their schools because there's not many childbirths in the areas. It's like this was an attack. It was an attack meant for the black community, but it also spread out into the white community. So now the Western world is being affected by that failure of their agenda to take out the black population by all the infections and all the hazards that was in that vaccine. There's not enough time to on any video to explain the validity of this topic. I would need hours to go into depth, but you will all see videos of high officials roasting the pharmaceutical companies and certain elite figures for what they have done, because it is now being classed as mass murder. As you can hear in that video, it is mass murder. So many people have lost their lives, and so many people are still losing their lives because of that vaccine. Got to remember, a lot of these government officials, like Boris Johnson, actually faking taking that jab live on TV. It was mass murder, and they're going to have to face up for their crimes that they have done towards the civilians. I will do more videos on this topic, but I urge you guys to do your research. And when you find out what you find out, it will back up what I am saying. But originally, it was to take out the black population, but it backfired big time.